So this is Lewis, and I'm going to try to make this brief, because if I don't, it's not going to go up today, and I prefer if it does. I've been looking around on Twitter today and on YouTube, and there has been many people commenting on this issue of Milo, and I just read that the publishing company of his book has either canceled his book or is in the midst of canceling his book. And based on the celebration of Neera Tanden and Howard Dean and all these different people all over Twitter who are spreading all of these stories around, who are coordinating with one another to spread all this information around, you have all these clips surfacing of different things that he said over the years that are taken out of context, that there's not a full context to, that they're being exaggerated. Every single fucking thing that I've seen that has surfaced has been fucking exaggerated and taken out of context. I'm convinced at this point that this is a conscious effort to fucking try to censor Milo once again. I'm convinced that this is the left and the corporatist right uniting to try to take down Milo, because that they know that despite all of his glaring issues and the fact that he's not intelligentsia, he's not an intellectual, they are trying to fucking destroy him. This is an active campaign to try to ruin his career, because they've gone after him, and now he's been completely disowned by CPAC, and he's not invited to speak there anymore, which is just another attempt to silence him, and they've been successful. They silenced him at CPAC. Then they're going after his publisher, and they seem to be successful there ever since he showed up in Bill Maher. And while those things are going on, they're in the midst of smearing him in the press for 11 fucking different things that he said out of context to different videos. They've gone after him for his multiple appearances on the Joe Rogan podcast, of which they've taken snippets of what he said and try to exaggerate it. This is nothing more than a coordinated fucking smear campaign. And I'm not buying into it. I'm no Milo fan. I'm no Milo defender. I've made fun of him on my own channel because I don't think he's an intellectual. I don't think he's the future Christopher Hitchens. I know people in my own comment section are saying that in some ways he, displays characteristics of Christopher Hitchens. I don't believe so. I think Milo is not intelligent enough, and this is no offense to him. I'm not all that intellectual myself, but he's no Christopher Hitchens. However, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stand idly by and say nothing while you have fucking people out there that are taking the bait like a bunch of fucking retards and running with the fact that this is a fucking active smear campaign. It's very clear to me that this is an effort to silence this guy and try to finish him off. Because I see people on Twitter from all circles celebrating the fact that this guy's been silenced, celebrating the fact that he's been hit economically because of this issue with his publisher, that he's been silenced by the fact that he's being smeared in the press and taken out of context, and these things that he said, while stupid or wrong, they're being exaggerated to smear him with a label that is not accurate. And it's amazing to me that while we're in the midst of dealing with the PewDiePie situation, you have Milo, who's a guy I don't agree with politically, being smeared in a similar manner of being silenced and then attacked economically. But all of a sudden, it's acceptable because you don't agree with his politics. I'm disgusted by certain people out there. And it's amazing to me that you have these people on Twitter, these people out there that are celebrating this, that think they're in any way principled. They think that they're in any way in favor of free speech. The fact that they're in any way opposed to the progressives, or to the progressive press, or to the censors, or to the corporations, or to all the people out there coordinating to their own end. You people disgust me. You're worthless. You are useful fucking idiots for what I consider to be my opposition. Whether you do, it's up to you. I can't really tell anymore. Because really, how far removed are you when you have people attacking his supporters at college campuses? How far removed are you from those people, or those supporting those people attacking those supporters? How far removed are you when you totally green light and think it's moral and ethical for all this to be going on, when it's fucking coordinated? All this happened in one fucking day after his appearance on Bill Maher. It's just a fucking coincidence. You got all this fucking material surfacing. It's all being exaggerated. It's all being fucking siphoned around by all these fucking cocksuckers. He's being attacked on multiple fronts and being silenced in multiple ways on a single fucking day. It's just all coincidental. And that's the thing. For a largely uneventful, boring appearance, other than the one stupid comment he made about trans people, other than that, It wasn't really an eventful appearance, and I've already had a couple people say that my video lacked material. And yeah, that's true. Didn't have a lot of meat to it because overall the event didn't have a lot of meat to it, generally. And so why then, the next day, do you have this guy being smeared in every single fucking outlet? If we allowed this to stand, if we just pretend nothing is going on, if we say it's acceptable for Milo to be smeared in this way, then why not PewDiePie? Why not? And so my question really here is, to what degree are you a sympathizer with those that are trying to smear PewDiePie, who have smeared PewDiePie? To what degree are you sympathetic to that? Because you seem to be quite okay with it when it's Milo. It's okay to destroy the fact that he was about to be a best-selling author. It's okay to do that. It's okay to silence him in that way. It's okay to harm him economically. It's okay to go after CPAC, and now that he's been disinvited, that's something worth celebrating. It's amazing to me that this guy is a fucking victim of child molestation. He's a victim of child rape. And yet everyone out there is trying to treat this guy in the opposite way, that he's a predator. If that's the road you want to travel down, if that's the route you want to go, that's fine for you, man. Okay? I don't care. People are free to do whatever the fuck they want, but you don't get to sit there and pretend as though that you're somehow moral or ethical in doing what you're doing. You're a fucking piece of shit in the way that you're doing this. You could actively go after Milo in terms of his arguments and do so in a way that's genuine. Because, again, Milo isn't all that intelligent. He's good at debate. He's not intelligentsia. He's not an intellectual. But you don't engage him on his arguments. You don't do that. You try to silence him. You try to harm him economically. You try to take money out of his wallet to harm him because you know that it is effective in harming him. It's disgusting. Okay, I was about to head out and go for a jog, but it's like I sit down and I start reading Twitter and seeing all this fucking bullshit. If it was anybody else, you'd have fucking the entire media up in arms. You'd have everyone fucking decrying it. But because it's Milo, everyone's fucking celebrating this. It's amazing to me. You got people out there saying like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter if he's an abuse victim. It doesn't matter. It's okay to harm him. Because I have some personal grudge against his fucking politics. I don't want to make a video where I have to go through every single one of these fucking videos that are surfacing, that are being used to slime him. I don't want to have to sit down and do all that work. But it's like I'm being forced into the position where I'm going to have to make that video sometime this week because of how much misinformation is being spread right now and how that's being utilized to attack this guy. You're not attacking him on an intellectual level. You're not attacking his politics. You're not attacking him from the position of anything other than trying to take him down by nipping at his fucking heels like a coward. So long as silencing and disinviting and no platforming and attacking people economically, so long as that is the tactic of a certain body of people, okay? So long as that's their tactic, they're never going to beat Milo. That's not how you beat him. That's not how you win an argument. That's not how you actually manage to one-up Milo. And it is very possible. From a left-wing position and a right-wing position, it is possible to thwart Milo in an argument. But it seems to me no one is willing to do that. They'd rather just shovel shit on the internet and then jerk off in their own fucking celebration of their own moral high ground. Like I said, I don't even want to do this fucking video. I'm so fucking pissed off with this. But, whatever. I'm just going to continue on with the rest of my week as it should be, as I had other things to fucking cover and other videos to work on. But, like I've already said, I don't agree with this. If I have to make a fucking video defending Milo, I will. Just because I feel like now I have to. Because of all the stupid shit that's gone on. All this fucking years old information that's now surfacing conveniently. All on one day. And all in the midst of trying to attack him. This is a coordinated effort to try to end this man's career. And if you want to hop on board, then you go right ahead and do it. But you're the fucking asshole. You are the asshole. Not me, not Milo. You're the fucking piece of shit.